you see that audio they have of us talking about her?
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to talk about Candy. Speak on it! Girl, when I tell you Candy, gonna find a reason to have to sing something. Anyway, so I watched Married to Medicine. Yes, I'm definitely reviewing Married to Medicine. I didn't take any notes because I usually, for some shows, I watch twice. Not all of them, but for the most part, I'm trying to get away from watching shows twice because it just takes too much time. Like, I literally could be watching another show and reviewing that show. So I'm trying to get away from the whole watching shows twice. However, because this was a season finale of Married to Medicine, I wanted to just watch it, just enjoy it, so I have to go back and watch that twice. But one thing I'm trying to do in the future is stop watching shows twice. Again, just because it's just wasting time, and that could be another hour for another show that I could be reviewing. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I saw that Candy had uploaded a speak on it with Miss Kenya Summermore. One thing I wanted to say before I get into Candy's speak on it. I have not listened to my review from... Usually I try to go back and listen to my reviews just to make sure that I don't sound like I'm talking out the side of my neck. But I do remember talking about Kenya and her relationship with her family. And one thing that I was trying to get to that I don't think I mentioned was I don't know what's going on with Kenya and her family and why they let the mama just sit around. Like, I think it is so weird that Kenya's mother was allowed to basically act like Kenya did not exist at family functions and nobody said anything. Like, ain't nobody gonna say nothing about this grown-ass woman not even speaking to the child that she carried and birthed. Like, ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Like, that shit is, then y'all come to her defense. Ain't Lori, you come to her defense. Like, I just think it's weird. Like, so it's like, I almost feel like it's some type of secret that's going on. I don't know. I'm not saying that Kenya's father or, y'all get what I'm trying to say, Kenya's mother. But a part of me feels like, is that her daddy? Like, I don't know. It's so many thoughts that go through my head with Kenya and her family situation. It's just, I do think this. I think that something happened. I don't know what it is. And I think it's just one of those unfortunate stories of just how black people are. When things happen in the house, it stays in the house, and they not really giving Kenya no answers of why this woman don't want to deal with her. So anyways, y'all, so Candy, speak on it, baby. Drew, Drew, I don't know what you're gonna do, because Kenya is about to. Kenya says she just sitting back waiting. Because they about to film a reunion, I think, in 3 weeks, she said. I think they're about to film, I think she said 3 weeks. Drew, you better be ready for Kenya. The thing, like I said about Drew, that I don't really understand is, like, the comments that she makes about Kenya's marriage. Like, it's one thing if Drew's marriage was just solid as a rock, I would understand it. But we see the very first episode how Drew's husband treated her and what he did as far as leaving the home for 3 days without letting his wife or kids know that he was leaving, or the fact that he has cameras around the house recording them so he can, I guess, know what they're doing and listen to what they talk about. Like, it's stuff like, and then Drew, you have the nerve to turn around and talk about Kenya's marriage, like you're like on some real stuff. And I've said this before. Candy is probably the only one, and I say probably. Hello, Candy is probably the only one that could really just throw a little shade at somebody's marriage or relationship. Maybe Cynthia too. The rest of them bitches gonna have to shut the fuck up. Because quiet as it's kept, as loud as we know, bitch, all y'all in the same boat. Dennis ain't shit. Mark ain't shit. And Ralph ain't shit. Hello? I'm talking about the housewives. So it's like, girl, it's a reason why Kenya can't say nothing about Dennis, or Portia can't say nothing about Mark. Because at the end of the day, when them bitches look in the mirror, bitch, they looking at every other bitch around them. Hello? Drew, Didn't I tell y'all Drew was sneaky? Have I not been saying that Drew is sneaky? Can you let it be known that she caught on to Drew's bullshit? Drew would continue to mention Kenya's daughter. And Kenya said she would tell her, girl, I'm not allowed to speak about my daughter. Because I don't know if y'all noticed, but I noticed it. But Kenya's daughter, Brooklyn, her face has been blurred out anytime she comes on camera, her face is blurred out. And I was like, why in the hell is her face blurred out? I guarantee you it got to do with Mark. Because we've never seen Brooklyn's face blurred out before, so why is it blurred out now? And then I remember I was watching another one of Candy speak on it when they were talking about like the bachelorette party, and Don Juan said that I guess like whenever you basically when it comes to kids being on reality TV, both parents, excuse me. Oh, shit. Excuse me, y'all. Both parents have to give permission for the child to appear on television. So clearly, if both parents don't give permission, then I guess the child can't be on television. So I'm assuming that's what happened with Brooklyn. So Kenya says that she will tell Drew, like, girl, I can't talk about, like, you want to know about my situation, but girl, I really can't talk about it. You want to know about my daughter? And then she said she kept telling her, like, basically, like, bitch, stop bringing up my daughter. And then Drew will continue to bring up her daughter. Like, bitch, I'm telling you, I'm not allowed to talk about that right now. And she would keep pressing Kenya about, I guess, Brooklyn or bringing up her name. So it's stuff like that. Like I said, I have told y'all weeks ago that I thought Drew was sneaky. She's just sneaky. And just like Kenya said at the end of the day, like, girl, you want me to trust you and open up to you, but girl, you can't even do something as simple as I'm telling you, like, don't tell the girls about the party. I mean, about the private jet. And what do? Go tell the girls about the private jet and show text messages. Or bitch, you question me in front of the group like you don't know how I'm getting to South Carolina. It's shit like that. But of course, people kind of throw that to the wayside and just be like, okay, you a bitch, whatever. She mentioned Portia. Basically, with Portia, it was a reason why she said what she said about Portia being fake, because one thing that they said that Bravo didn't show and they wish they would have showed was basically remember Candy did that little, she did that little thing for Bravo with like Black Lives Matter. She had some of the other like housewives from other cities join in on the conversation. Basically, Portia got upset because Candy was using her platform for Black Lives Matter. I don't know if Portia got pissed off because she thought that Candy was trying to take over her storyline, but Portia got pissed off. And Kenya's whole thing was, girl, if Candy is using her platform for the betterment of the community, then why would you be mad about something like this? But they didn't show that. So it's like, Kenya's whole thing was like, yeah, I'm calling her fake, but I'm calling her fake because of this. Because, girl, this girl at your party. Basically, Portia was going around talking about Candy, what Candy was trying to do. Portia ain't shit. I'm trying to tell y'all. They talked about the new season. Hold up. They talked about the new season, and it made sense once they explained it. I was like, okay, I guess that actually does make sense. Their whole thing is, girl, when we started filming this, we were late filming the season. It was a pandemic, with COVID-19 and COVID-19. It's the same thing. With COVID-19, protests, black people being murdered. George Floyd had just happened, girl, and now we have to try to shoot this show. We don't know how to shoot this show. We don't know if they're going to have us walking around here with equipment on, and how are we going to do this? So it did start off slow, but they said, of course, and then they explained about how it is when you bring new people onto the show. It's kind of like you have to kind of like, not like a test, but kind of like a test, girl. What else? Candy explained about the whole why she was pissed off. I mean, it made sense to a certain degree. Candy explained why she was pissed off. Candy explained why she was pissed off about remember the night at the house when she made the comments about Kenya, when Kenya was upstairs, and remember Portia was going off. Basically, long story short, Candy was basically pissed off because Kenya didn't have to work the rest of the night. Everybody else was downstairs ready to work and film, and Kenya was like, bitch, I'm gone. She felt like Kenya was using Brooklyn as an excuse not to work that night. If everybody else, basically, bitch, if I gotta stay up and work, even if we have been shooting 12 or 13 hours a day, bitch, your ass gonna stay up and work too. I also felt like a lot of it was because Candy felt like Kenya was receiving special treatment because Kenya was allowed to bring her child not only on the girls' trip, but also in the cast house. Like last year, Portia and Kenya brought their daughters, but I don't think the girls stayed in the cast. Matter of fact, I know they did not stay in the cast house. I don't even think we saw them in the cast house. So I think Candy's whole thing this year is good. Not only can you bring your daughter, when before years ago, they told us that children were not allowed, but you can bring your daughter and she gets to stay in the cast house. But the truth of the matter is, I'm not trying to be funny when I say this, girl, it's Kenya. And Kenya is, while Candy has brought more money to Bravo, you know, she has spin-off show after spin-off show after spin-off show. So Candy gonna bring the money in for Bravo. But as far as like this show, they know that as of right now with this cast, not to say that Kenya is not replaceable, because everybody is replaceable. But girl, if we don't have Kenya on this trip. So girl, pack your baby up, pack a bag, and bitch, girl, do what you need to do. Because bitch, you going on that trip. Kenya let her know, girl. At one point, I thought Kenya and Candy was about to start arguing. Girl, I was upstairs. I heard you. Girl, I was upstairs. I heard y'all for a whole hour. Portia was gassing you up. The whole slut shaming, they talked about that. Basically, Kenya said, I don't give a fuck what y'all bitches got to say. Them hoes will slut shame me forever and ever and ever. I don't care. And that's how I feel about it too. Girl, y'all call Kenya more whore for God knows how long. And now all of a sudden, girl, we want to start talking about slut shaming. Kenya said, didn't no NDA come across my desk. So I'm going to talk about what the fuck I want to talk about. I was bored, so I felt like being messy. That's why I let the girls know. She also said that one of the reasons why she really made it a point to try to prove who was on Bolo's stick was because she got word that somebody mentioned, I guess, talking about suing her. So you thought you was gonna sue Kenya. This lets you know how trifling motherfuckers are. You know you done some shit. You mad because you think Kenya is telling something that she won't be able to prove because from what y'all think, y'all covered up all the cameras. So I'm gonna sue this bitch because she going around saying I did X, Y, and Z. And even though I probably did it, even though I did do it, I don't know who was going to try to sue. She didn't say. But even though I probably did do it, or even though I did do it, she ain't got it. She can't prove it because, bitch, we done covered up all the cameras. But you still forgot about that one right there. So she said that's why she really, once she heard about them trying to sue, that's why she really went into like overdrive of like, bitch, these hoes got me fucked up. And ever since people was calling her a liar from ages ago, she said that she makes it a point to make sure that she always has something in it. So if she has a recorded conversation, maybe so. Anyways. Kenya and Mark. I don't know what to say about Kenya and Mark. I think Kenya's still delusional about Mark. Like, girl, it's just sad to see Kenya, who is my favorite. Like, at one point, like I rewinded the part a few times, like, because I think she said something like, basically, first of all, she said something about Mark don't want a divorce. Bitch, what? See, that's the shit. And I was like, well, maybe did she mean that for something else? Kenya, but I just hate that Kenya looks like a fool. Like it just gives people another reason to be like, see, bitch. Even though they all in the same boat when it comes to niggas who ain't shit. She did say that she hates that when people say you can't keep a man. I hate that shit too, because it's kind of like, because the truth of the matter is, girl, and I've said this and I'm going to say it again, and some of y'all can get pissed off. If your man cheated on you and you stayed, you can't keep one either. You just stayed with a sorry ass nigga who cheated on you and probably had you going to get tested at the local clinic. So all that, I hate when people say, oh, she can't keep no man. But girl, didn't you just say your man cheated on you? So can you really keep one too? Or did you just keep the one that you had? And that Susan and Karen and Becky and Keisha and Tiffany and Ashley and Olivia had too. Okay. Yeah, that was pretty much it. Apparently, I don't think Candy has seen the. I don't think Candy has seen the mid-season trailer, because Kenya was talking about, I guess they didn't know they were hot mic'd. Is that what it's called? And remember when you heard Candy say, girl, she better lie if she want to keep her man. I don't think Candy has seen the mid-season trailer, because Candy, bitch, I almost caught your ass in a lie too, bitch. You almost was trying to deny what Kenya was saying. And I'm like, why is Candy trying to act like we didn't hear this, bitch? It sounded like they was whispering. Remember what Candy said in the mid-season trailer? If she want to keep her man, she better lie. Kenya was letting it be known that, girl, she didn't know that they had caught the conversation, because her and Candy were in the bathroom together, and Candy didn't know they were. I guess neither one of them knew that they were still being recorded. Bitch, I don't understand these bitches. Like, how y'all been on this show for 25 years and y'all still think that Bravo ain't gonna get no footage, bitch, or no audio? Bitch, if let me tell y'all something. If a white man is standing around you with a camera, if anybody from Bravo is around you, bitch, you being recorded. Period. Supposedly, Drew and Toya was tonguing each other down at the party. I put Shamia speak on it. One of y'all said y'all wanted me to talk about Shamia speak on it. I did say I was going to talk about it. This is the only thing I have to say about Shamia speak on it. Shamia speak on it. When Shamia was on Speak On It. Shamia is a cool girl. But Shamia's whole MO for being on Candy Speak On It was to basically defend Portia. I really don't understand Portia and Shamia's relationship. Like, girl, when I say this, I don't want to sound like I'm like drilling this in y'all head. But girl, I saw what I saw. I heard what I heard. I remember Phaedra, Sheree, and Portia sitting at a table. The same thing Kenya and Candy was thinking, that, girl, they were not being recorded. And you heard Phaedra saying that Todd and Candy was fucking Shamia. And Portia pretty much just sat there and did not stick to girl code, did not try to defend her friend. So it's kind of like, it's like I'm like in a Twilight Zone when I hear people say that Portia is this girlfriend that they wish they could have. This BFF they wish they could have. Shamia is literally on Candy Speak On It defending this girl too. She turned blue in the face. She want Candy to remain neutral. Just like Candy told her. The same way you friends with Portia is the same way I'm friends with Kenya. And if I say that Kenya ain't lying, then bitch, you just need to take it for that girl. I know she not lying. But see, this is the part where Candy starts to get caught up in the shit, because, girl, at one point you saying quiet as it's kept is, oh, it's a dungeon, it's a dungeon, it's a dungeon. And what happens in a dungeon stays in a dungeon. But on some real shit, when your ass got with your good Judy Don Juan, y'all hoes was messy and bitch, you was spilling tea. And at this point, I think y'all all probably still didn't realize that it was probably a camera that had caught enough for us to know what went down that night. So, Candy, you want to sit here and try to act like you go by this, oh, what happens in the dungeon stays in the dungeon. But again, girl, when you got with your good sister, Miss Dawn Juan, girl, y'all was cutting up when your ass got back from South Carolina. So it's like, Candy, you trying to have it both ways, like you ain't some sneaky, shady bitch, but bitch, you sneaky and shady too. But yeah, Shamia, if you go, like, I listened to it only because I was driving, and I was driving, and so I was like, well, let me just listen to this. It'll take up 45 minutes of this drive. But, I mean, girl, honestly, Shamia, she really just came to Portia's defense the entire speak on it. Like, girl, why is she even on the show? At least with Candy and Kenya will come in there spilling the tea that she can spill without getting in trouble by the bosses, you know. But she gonna spill tea. She gonna be funny. She gonna like. Anyways, Kenya ain't no lesbian. Kenya don't want no goddamn Toya. I know that's like. And quiet as it's kept, that's what I got from Kenya. Like, girl, I just did that for TV, girl. Girl, I'm not eating no pussy. Ain't nobody eating. Girl, I've never had a threesome. I ain't never been with no woman. Like, girl, no. I'm not into Toya like that. And then plus, like she said, in a way, she said she kind of thinks like a dude when it comes to, like, women and, like, she said she likes Candy. Because she said even though Candy does what she does, and when she said it kind of did make sense. Even though, like, I still don't think I don't know, girl. But she said she likes the way that Candy may be a freak hoe in private, but girl, she not going around here acting like Portia and the rest of the girls, basically. Like, girl, she like her ladies to be a lady. Basically, a freak in the sheet, what is it called? A lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets, basically. So she said even with Toya, it's like, girl, girl, you do too much. All right, guys. If y'all definitely need to go watch Candy speak on it with Kenya. They spilled some tea, some shit that I think that will make this season a little bit more interesting, giving us backstories on shit. But of course, if you don't like Kenya, then you're not gonna care what she got to say. All right, bye, y'all.